I love Indians. I love Indian food. I love Tonto, who's always there for the Lone Ranger. And I love the Indian motorcycle. And I love people that ride Indians. And it's a good thing because we have an Indian rider in the Aussie Bikers headquarters right now. Chris Keeble, hello.
Hello.
Look at you.
Look at me.
The Aussie and the Indian. And you bought Calamity Jane
Calamity
along?
Jane, yes. Very inspired with the whole Western steampunk.
Sure. Did you like to customise?
I love to customise because I've got a bit of a designer thing going on.
It's such a great looking bike, and when I first saw it, I thought, wow, she's really gone old school and had it all bashed up. But that's a wrap, is it?
It's a wrap. Yeah, it was a black bike, and I did talk to a few spray painters, but no one could get the vibe that I wanted. And I worked with a guy called Judd who instantly he was on the same page as me. So I sent in colours and designs and stuff. I go, this is the vibe I want. I want it to look like it'd been sitting in a garage for the last 70 or 80 years, and American Pickers found it, and I bought it for $1 million.
But it looks fantastic. It's, you know, motorcycles these days, I sometimes lament that they've become a little bit generic, the new ones, but then we're also seeing such a range of customised, you know, from cafe races to the old patina,
Very
or the
much
old
so.
rat rods and stuff like that. So this looks great, and it's got a saddle on the back.
Yeah, before this I was on a Harley, and one of the things I wanted to always take with me was the saddle because it's so unique and so different. So when I was talking to the guys at Indian, they were courting me, so to speak. I go, look, there's going to be some conditions if I do come over, and one will be that I need to fit the saddle. And so they worked with me and engineered it. So it's properly docked on. It's just like a back docking. So it's quick release on and off.
Yep.
So it can come off. I've never taken it off, but it can come on and off. And it's probably the most uncomfortable seat in the world. But
I was about to say, it looks like it'd either be very comfortable or no.
It's hard as a rock.
Right.
Not that I pillion anyone. It's more of a cosmetic add to the whole vibe. And, you know, like I've done some leather work on the bags. They are Indian bags, but I've added in a cosmetic fashion that front bit, which was on the old Harley as well. So I wanted to keep that because of all the equestrian, the horse bits and things in it,
Calamity Jane, obviously saddened by Doris Day passing away. Was that your favourite movie?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a Deadwood Calamity Jane type of girl.
Yep.
Not quite as...
no, you're not going to break into song.
I'm not quite as, you know, gentle and frilly as Doris. I'm a bit more, I don't know.
I was going to do some of my Howard Keel
rough
material.
around the edges sort of Calamity.
It's funny though, I find that, you know, I've never called my bikes, I've never called them a name because it sounds a bit... As a guy, you can't call your bike a guy name.
No,
because it sounds a little bit,
bit gay.
Yeah, it sounds a bit gay. and not that there's anything wrong with that, but you know, you can't say, I'm going for a ride on Bruce.
No.
You know, it just... And then, but I can't, at the same time, I can't call it a girl name because then it sounds a bit sexist.
Yes, that's
To see where we're stuck. It's,
well, see, it's a woman's world.
It's a woman's bloody world, isn't it?
We've got it going on.
It happened like that. You've been riding for how long?
Probably close on 30 years now. So I turned 60 this year.
Are you 60?
60, yeah.
You have grandkids?
2 girls, 5 and 3.
And what do they think of, are you grandma or nana or granny?
I'm actually May, which I didn't want to be a granny, and they've already got a nana, so it's a long story, but we came up with May, and it turned out good because that's my middle name.
I love May.
May.
And how do they feel about May riding Calamity
they love
Jane?
it. They love it. So they're probably the only ones that actually sit on that. Not that I'd take them for a ride because they're too young, but they want to always sit on the saddle.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So where are you off to next? You've travelled overseas a bit.
Done lots of travel.
Have you been to Sturgis?
No, next year is it's the 80th anniversary, so it's a bucket list thing for me, and so I'm just planning that now. Some people that follow me on Facebook have offered for me to go and meet up with them in Atlanta, which is about a 4-day ride from South Dakota. So I'm gonna go with a bunch of people that I don't know over there.
Great, that sounds safe.
It's a real adventure. This will be my 6th trip to America.
Okay.
So I've done lots of riding in America, and there's one thing about me, every time I go away and ride, I cop every type of weather known to man. The last trip to America, I got caught in a snowstorm up a mountain.
Right.
I was on an Indian Springfield, so...
Not ideal. No.
You know, gale force winds, black ice.
Yep.
I was actually bobsledding down a mountain on a big Springfield.
Yeah, I've never experienced
10 metres,
black ice before. That would be...
I thought I was gone. It was horrifying. But I managed to get it going. The guys behind me were just ashen-faced. They're just looking at me, just sliding down this hill on the black ice.
And you've always managed to stay upright?
Always, and I've had lots of close calls. I've hit kangaroos and I've managed to stay upright. I've gone into potholes and gone airborne and come on the other side of the road and traffic coming, and I've ripped out so close, I've ripped out the hubcaps and punctured back tyres from the stuff on my bike. Very close. But I've managed to, I've never come off or had an accident. Touch wood. Touch wood.
You know, yeah, you'll be fine. Well, thanks for joining us. And if we want to check you out, you're on YouTube, aren't you?
Yes, I have got just the Aussie and the Indian. I mean, if you just search the Aussie and the Indian, travel around and interview people and discover interesting things and have a bit of fun and talk to people on, well, it doesn't matter where they're from. Just recently I met some interesting guys that are into cosplay, and I borrowed some costumes for a photo shoot.
What's cosplay?
It's like they dress up like Batman and they're comic characters for real. But it's amazing what they do. So I only did that one, uploaded that one the other night.
What do their wives think of that?
They probably love it. Not many wives, actually, They're probably mostly single.
Maybe you should leave me a number or some sort of... have we got some sort of contact for you? If I don't hear from you in a couple of months, when you're over there...
I might run off with Batman. Calamity Jane and Wyatt Earp or something. Who knows?
Who knows? Thank you for joining us so much,
Thank you for having
Chris.
me and for having Calamity.
Thank you for bringing Calamity into the Aussie Bikers studio.
Thank you.
Look out for Chris Keeble on the road and Calamity Jane. Thank you.
Thank you.